Okay. Try this. Third time's the charm, guys. Let's see if we get anybody showing up a half hour late. All right. Let's see. Let's do this. I have a feeling nobody's going to be on now, but we'll see. We'll keep going. I can talk to myself. Hey, got one person on. I think I got the problem fixed. Um, there were some updates on my computer that I needed to do to get things running more smoothly. So I don't know who's on now. Shoot me a message in chat. Let me know. Got two on. Yay. Three. Hey, we're we're getting going here. Let's see here. Hang on just a second. I need to make a change here. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Okay. All right, guys, we're back. Sorry about the mess up. Yeah, it's working a lot better now, Bobby. Yeah, I'm back. There was something wrong with my computer. It wasn't StreamYard. It was my computer. I needed to do an update for it to run better. So I did that real quick, and hopefully we'll get you guys back up and running, and you guys back on. And I'll just wait a minute here until people get back. We're back. We're up to 8 now, so it happens. Yeah, absolutely. See, I usually get on my computer early in the morning, right when I first get up. I have my coffee, and then if there's any updates, I'll do that. And I'll check everything, make sure everything's running smoothly. But I was watching football this morning, so I didn't do it, and I paid the price for it. So, but that's okay. We're back up and running now. Sorry about the first one, and if you're on here, if you were on the first one and you put something in chat, go ahead and put it in again. As long as obviously if it pertains to what we're talking about, not whether I'm lagging or not. So hopefully that's fixed. But yeah, so you can repost because I don't have any information on that. All that, I deleted all that stuff. So I'll be trading my $2,000 gaming rig for a Chromebook to travel. Yeah, good plan. So my laptop, I've got a laptop, and then I bought this desktop just for it's good computer. It's got a lot of memory. It's good for editing. So I use this specifically for my editing. My laptop, I tried to get on the other day, and I couldn't get on my Wi-Fi for some reason. So I think my laptop's finally gone kaput. It's old, so I don't think it's compatible with Windows 11 either. So I think there's a problem there. So anyway, did you purchase the AOL dial-up plan earlier? Just messing with you. Yeah, I think I must have been in the dial-up mode, but it is what it is. So, but no, I've got really good Wi-Fi. So it wasn't that. It was my computer. So okay, here we go. Here's the joke. Two guys walk into a bar in Thailand during an alcohol ban. First one says, a glass of water. Second guy says, a glass of water too. First guy asked, what's the matter? You can't hold your water? Haha. If everything works out like I hope, I can get a new gaming PC whenever I get over there and get legal. Yeah, absolutely. You a big gamer? I'm not a big gamer, but I've got a gaming PC because I know it's fast, and I got that. I actually ordered it through Amazon when I was in the Philippines, and all my stuff fits. I got my PC. I've got 2 monitors, keyboard. What else? My webcam, and now I've got a sound bar I just got through Lazada. So all of that fits into one big suitcase. So when I move, I just pack all that in, and it's really easy to move. So yeah. Let's see. Uh-oh, we're lagging again. There we go. Question on Thai tourist visa. Do I have this right? A person can enter Thailand, get 60 days visa, get 1 extension for 30 days, leave and return for another 60, leave again, get a 7-day extension. Okay, so everything's here's what I know, and here's what I don't know. So as it is right now, you can come to Thailand, most countries, there's like 93 countries. You can come into Thailand on a 60-day visa-free entry. So it doesn't cost anything. You have to fill out the TDAC online. That's the Thailand destination certificate. Anyway, you get 60 days, and then you can extend another 30. So you get 90 days, and then you have to leave the country. Now, the way it was before, hang on, guys, I got a cough here. Hold on just a second. Sorry about that. The way it was until recently, or maybe it's still this way, you can leave and then come back and do another 60 plus 30, and you can do 180 days in 1 calendar year. Well, now what I'm hearing, and I don't know the exact details, so I have to figure this out. Come in a calendar year, you can come in, get 60 days visa free, extend for 30, and then here's where it gets real muddy. I've heard you can leave and then come back and get 60 days and then extend for 7 days. I've also heard that in the first run, you come in 60 days, extend for 30, and then extend for an additional 7 days. So I'm not sure which one's which, but what they're talking about is only being able to do 2 extensions per calendar year. And so whether it's a 30-day or a 7-day or 2 30 days or whatever the case may be, it's only 2 per calendar year, rather than people were doing border runs and coming back and keep entering the country. So I don't know yet what the complete, honest, real situation is on that. I've heard so many different stories. So I mentioned this in my video I posted this morning, so you can check that out. But again, things will change, and like they always do. So see, Bobby says, I play some things. I watch people play games more than I play. I'm that lazy. Okay. Don't worry, the live stream life happens. The visa change is a concern. Yeah. So I'm on an education visa for the next year. So as long as I stay in class, I'm good for the year. And then my plan is, after that year's up, I'll change that into a retirement visa. So I'm okay, whatever they decide to do with this tourist visa stuff. But I know it affects a lot of people, because a lot of people like to bounce around Southeast Asia. Maybe they're, staying in the Philippines for a couple of months, and they come here for a couple of months, and then they go to Vietnam for a couple of months, and then Malaysia, and then they want to come back here. maybe they've got an apartment here and this is kind of their home base and they want to just bounce around. That was my original plan when I first came here a year ago. I'm glad I changed because right now, if I was still on a tourist visa and I just signed my lease here this month, I'd be like, okay, now what am I going to do? So, yeah, everything changes. Everything's working. That's good. Awesome. You need new thumbs up. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Hit that thumbs up, hit that like button for me. It helps the algorithm tremendously. So let's see. Ken says, I plan on getting a gaming laptop when I move over there, portable, and usually gaming PCs, laptops will be future proof for about 5 years. Will be future proof for about 5 years. No. Hey, Goldie. Good morning, JJ. It was nice meeting you Friday evening and playing a couple of games of pool with you. Yeah, I sucked. I would have told you I'm normally a little better than that, but I didn't want to be that guy that says, "Oh, I usually am better than this." But yeah, it was great meeting you. I met a couple of subscribers Saturday and or Friday. I'm sorry, Friday. It was really nice to meet them and actually, there's another subscriber I'm meeting tomorrow morning for breakfast. So that'll be fun. Border Fun Run. Yeah. I don't know how long those are going to last anymore. So you can hear the siren. That's the only time I hear anything outdoors is when a siren goes by. The normal traffic I don't hear, but the sirens I do hear. So they're pretty loud. How many years is the retirement visa? Well, it depends what you get. If you just get the regular retirement visa, you have to renew every year. That's the one I'm going to do. But they have others where you can do 5-year, 10-year. I think it's confusing. The Philippines tourist visa is better. Why don't they just do the same thing? Does it have something to do with Cambodia? I don't think it has anything to do with Cambodia. I think what they want to do, here's what I think the reasoning is. They want to get a better quality of tourists coming in to Thailand than, say, the people who come into Cambodia or the Philippines. And I'm not trying to diss on the people that go to the Philippines. There's great people there. I had a lot of friends there, but it is cheaper and you can stay cheaper there long term. Whereas here now they want to kind of curtail that, I think. So they want to get a higher quality of tourists coming in, so they spend more money, I guess. So that's my thinking. We'll see how it works. It may backfire. Who knows? Would be cool if they would rework the tourist visa in a way that if you sign a lease, that you just have a 90-day report and keep a visa of some kind. Yeah, that would be nice. I'm sure the landlords would love that. That would make things a lot easier for them, although they don't care what kind of visa you're on. Although most of the condos that I've talked to or I've lived in, like the last one I lived in for a year and this one, they do your TM30 for you. Your TM30 is the paperwork they send to immigration to verify your address. So they'll do that paperwork for you. So, and so does my school. So that's nice. It's because of criminality and certain nationalities operating gray economy in parts of Thailand. Yeah, that's part of it also. They want to make sure that there's no illegal activities going on, but I'm not sure. I don't know how that affects. I guess the continuous border runs could be kind of shady. Notre Dame fan here. What is the difference between Notre Dame football and Lucky Charms? Only one belongs in a bowl. Ouch. But Notre Dame's my second favorite team behind Nebraska. So good morning from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Awesome. How's things going in KL? That's on my bucket list to go to. I agree. They are gatekeeping. Yeah. Yeah, I agree too. Why the bovine inspired channel? The bovine inspired channel, the Lonely Bull. Is that what you mean? I told a subscriber this Friday. So when I was a kid growing up, my mom used to listen to a lot of music. And so I appreciated the music my mom listened to. And she listened to Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. And one of the songs she would always play was The Lonely Bull. The Lonely Bull. It was called The Lonely Bull. And it's an instrumental, and you can Google it, look it up on YouTube, play it. Anyway, I really liked that song for some reason. And I've always considered myself kind of a loner, kind of the black sheep of the family, always off on my own, doing my own thing. So when I decided to do this YouTube channel, I was trying to think of a name, and JJ was the name I used in radio for years and years and years. So I decided I'll use JJ. That's what a lot of my friends know me by. So I'll use JJ. And then I thought, well, the Lonely Bull, that kind of fits. I'm kind of a loner. I moved out to Southeast Asia on my own, and kind of doing my own thing. And so I decided to use the Lonely Bull, and I used Asia because I knew I was going to travel around Asia. So there you go. Good news, Nebraska didn't lose today. That's right. We have reason to celebrate. No, they have all kinds of people coming in across the border from Myanmar, Tak, and Cambodia. It's not about trying to get better class of people. Well, I think it's trying to keep the illegal activities to a minimum. I think that's what their reasoning is. So thanks for explaining backstory. Very interesting. Yeah, you're welcome. All right. Hey, we're caught up with chat. Hey, we got 19 on board, 20 on board. That's good. So that was one of the things we were talking about, was the visa issue. And right now it's up in the air. I'm not sure exactly. I've heard different stories from different sources, both newspaper and YouTubers. So who knows what's going on. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the drinking ban. And we started to talk about that earlier before I got out of my first live stream and tried to redo everything. But the drinking ban, so what they did was, since 1972, they've always had this ban on purchasing alcohol between 2 and 5 in the afternoon at retail places like 7-Elevens and grocery stores. And you can still buy beer at restaurants and bars with no problem, but they decided, I don't know, in their infinite wisdom, they decided, hey, we're going to expand that ban to drinking in establishments. So we're going to ban the drinking of alcohol too, and we're going to put the onus on the consumer. So if you're caught drinking after 2 o'clock and before 5, you could be fined 10,000 baht or more. Well, 10,000 baht is like $300 US. So that got kind of crazy backlash from not only the tourist industry, but also the retail industry, the alcohol industry, and everybody else involved here in Thailand. So there was a lot of backlash involved. So now, as of yesterday, they said, oh, my bad. We're going to lift that ban after all. And we're going to even go a little beyond that. We're going to lift the ban of sales between 2 and 5. So now, from what I understand, it's going to be legal to buy alcohol between 2 and 5, even at 7-Elevens and groceries, and you can drink it. Now, there's a 15-day public opinion period that they're going to use before they actually do this, I think. They were talking about doing that 15-day thing. So we'll see what happens. And from what I understand, from what I read in another article, they're going to do a 6-month probationary period on this whole thing too. So who knows what's going to happen after the 6 months. Welcome to Thailand. It's more fun in Thailand, right? Here in Iowa City, Black Friday, we'll be watching the big game with Nebraska. Boy, Iowa, they are losing games like Nebraska used to lose games, like last minute stuff. Their last 2 weeks, they've lost really close games, right? They lost to USC today, right? And the week before they lost to Oregon in a real close game. So, yeah, Black Friday is going to be fun. So, yeah, have to check and see what that's going to be like. That's cool. My dad was a DJ for a local radio station back in the late 60s and early 70s. Awesome. Doing my final border run before getting my DTV. Good for you. Hey, JG, good morning to you. Hey, Dave, welcome. How's things in Florida? More thumbs up needed. Yes, give us the thumbs up, please. We'd appreciate that. So you've got part of that in Thai. So I'm learning. So those are, so these little symbols above, those are vowels. So some of these are consonants, some of them are vowels, but these are also vowels, and they're tonal. So they tell you exactly how to pronounce the consonant. So I'm slowly learning all that stuff. So it's becoming very difficult. Sounds like some kind of clerical religious decree. They originally did the ban for, I've heard two different things. One is, so between 2 and 5, kids getting out of school aren't able to purchase alcohol. And then government workers aren't able to purchase alcohol while they're working in the afternoon. So I've heard that. So we'll see. We'll see. So it's not a religious thing necessarily. Prohibition, probation. Yeah, exactly. My video I posted today, I started singing at the beginning. I started singing "Happy Days Are Here Again" because if you know a little, I'm a bit of a history buff. So back in 1932 in the U.S., they lifted the ban on alcohol, the prohibition. They ended prohibition in 1932, and at the same time, that was during the presidential campaign when FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt was running for president, his first term during the Depression. So that became the Democratic theme song, "Happy Days Are Here Again," but it kind of goes hand in hand with prohibition too. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then my thumbnail, let me see if I can bring my thumbnail up here for you guys. Hang on a second. I'll show you give me just a second here. But my thumbnail shows a bunch of guys from the 1930s drinking beer and celebrating. So I did, it is a AI. I had Canva do an AI generated thumbnail for me. And I basically said, give me a thumbnail of people in the 1930s celebrating the end of prohibition. So here, let me share this with you. So in case you haven't seen it on screen yet, let's see, let's do this, do this, do this. There's my, there's my "Happy Days Are Here Again" for Thailand. So you see all these old guys, these guys from, looks like they're from the 1930s, drinking beer, celebrating the end of prohibition. So I thought that was kind of funny. So anyway, hey JJ, how are the Thai language lessons going? It's going well. It's hard. It's getting hard. Like I said, we're getting into the vowels and the tonal thing, and it's getting really, really hard. So it's going to be difficult. But I'll keep at it. I'll keep plugging away. JJ, this alcohol rule is a little nuts. How will it affect nightlife hotspots with like Nana and Pattaya? A lot of bar owners have to be nervous. Yeah. So I asked. I was at the Laughing Tiger last week, right after they did this whole thing, and I asked the waitress, "Does this affect you guys?" And she said no, because some of the bars and restaurants are licensed different, I guess, or zoned different. So it doesn't affect everybody, or it didn't affect everybody. But a lot of like Khao San Road, which is like a huge backpacker district neighborhood. A lot of those restaurants and bars are they're selling alcohol, but they're zoned differently. So it would affect them from what I understand. But it sounds like things are going back to normal. So we'll see. If you're going to sign a condo lease, is it cheaper in the low season or not really? Yeah, I think so. I think you can, if you're signing in the low season, I think you can probably get a deal. If you sign a longer term lease, you can get a better deal. So my condo, this condo here, this particular one, they had over 300 inquiries about it, 300 people wanting to rent this condo. There's several condos that were available in my building here. This is the Lumpini 24 condominium, big condominium, 44 floors. But they had, like, just for this particular condo, they had over 300 people wanting it. And I got lucky. My agent, it came available. She showed me the day it became available, and I really like it. And the reason why it's so many people wanted it is because it's decorated really nice. It's furnished really nice. So everything about it was better than the other condos in this building, and so that's why everybody wanted it. So I snatched it up as soon as I saw it. As soon as I walked in, I knew this is what I wanted. So, but yeah, so you offer them, during the low season, you offer them a longer lease, and they wanted 30,000. I got them down to 25. I signed a longer lease to get that. So I'm super happy where I'm at. So, right. I was a night security guard for a while when I lived in Kansas City. In the basement was a plexiglass enclosed old speakeasy bar. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. So, Steve, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it, buddy. Steve's a regular on my live streams. Learning any language is hard, though. It takes about 2 years, so don't give up no matter what. Right. I'm not planning on giving up. They're going to have to kick me out. But to be honest with you, it's like I'm retaining about 40% of what they're teaching. And I lost my teacher. He left. He got a new job, so he's gone. And so we have a new teacher as of last Friday, and she's good, but it's harder to understand her. Her English isn't as good as Crew Wine was. So it'll be a little harder for me. I always sit in the front because I want to be able to hear better. And there's a couple of guys in the back row that are just kind of goofing around and they talk a lot. So they're kind of class clowns. So I want to sit away from them so I can comprehend a little better. But we'll see how it goes. It was the first day, and we basically just reviewed a lot of stuff. So I don't know how experienced she is in teaching, but our other teacher was really good. I really liked him. So, but we'll see how it goes. So, you have contact info for your agent somewhere. I can put it in. Let me talk to her first to make sure it's okay with her if I post her contact info. I'm sure it will be, but I want to make sure I get her okay first. But she did a super job. I was really pleased. I really think you should look into a private tutor a couple hours a week. It would be cheap, and personal attention can be very helpful. Yeah, I might do that. The thing I don't want to do is get a private tutor and then they are teaching me a different way than I'm being taught in the class. I don't want to get into where I've got two different ways of learning, and I'm afraid I won't. Shut off my gimbal. I don't want to get into that. So yeah, I definitely will look into that, but yeah, that's a great idea, Steve. I will take that under advisement. So, All right. What else were we talking about? Drinking ban, the new or the old visa rules and regulations. My new condo. I really like my new condo. It's a really nice place. Let's see. I got my private tutor after I finished the language. After, okay, yeah. I don't know. I'll see how it goes. I want to get through this first level first, and that's how long is that? 4 months. So I'm only in the first through the first month. So it's still early yet. But yeah, I'll do that and see how things go. But so far it's been fun. I enjoy going to class. I really enjoy it. Most of the students in the class, the other students, are super nice people. I mean, we're talking they're from all over. There's two of us from the U.S. There's probably 5 or 6 from India. There's one guy from Iran. There's maybe 3 from New Zealand. There's a girl from Myanmar, no, Indonesia, from Indonesia. But to be honest, she doesn't speak any English. So I think she was pretty lost most of the time. And I haven't seen her for over a week. So I think maybe she's done. Where else? Just all over. There's like 20 of us in the class. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And most of the people in the class are nice. There's a girl from the Philippines there. There's only like 3 or 4 females in the classroom, and the rest of us are guys. So it's been a lot of fun though. Learning any language is hard. Okay. It takes about 2 years. Don't give up no matter what. Okay, I think I already read that. Uh, 100% agree with Steve, and I would be interested in what you find out about that, about the private tutors. Yeah, you know what? If I do that, I'll probably do videos on it, or at least one video on it. Maybe the tutor will be, be like self-promoting her or his business. So, maybe they'll be okay with being on my YouTube stream or on my YouTube's videos and promoting their channel or their channel, promoting their business. So we'll see. Not speaking English may be better. No, because if she doesn't understand Thai and she doesn't understand English, it's like me walking into a Russian language class and they speak Polish. So I don't know what they're saying in either language because you don't walk into the class in level 1 and the teacher is only speaking Thai. They're speaking English and telling you this is how to do it in Thai. So I think she was lost because she couldn't speak any English at all. So speaking of live streams, guys, Wednesday, I'm going to do a Wednesday night live stream out and about here in Bangkok. And I'll probably do it at one of the bars or pubs. I don't know the location yet, but it'll be Wednesday night, probably around 5 or 6 at night, Thailand time. Maybe I'll do it a little later, so it's morning in the U.S. in the West. But I'm going to have a special guest on, Gio on the go, Gio in the Philippines. He's going to be my special guest this coming Wednesday night for live stream. So check that out. We'll probably do it maybe around 7 o'clock. I'm not sure yet exactly what time, but I think it'll be Wednesday night and it'll be fun. So if you want to, so Gio's not doing live streams anymore. At least he's cutting way back on them. So this will be his limited time appearance to do a live stream. How can I hire a private tutor online? I don't know. Google it. If and when I do that, I'll let you know. probably Facebook. I'm sure there's something on Facebook, a Facebook group that does something like that. If you Google, you can probably find that. Are you talking about doing the tutoring online, like a live chat online, or you talking about finding them online and then doing it in person? Because you're not over here yet, right? But yeah, I bet you can Google it and find it. I mean, changing from English to Thai can make it harder, switching back and forth. Just my opinion. I speak a few languages and I prefer to focus on one language at a time. Yeah, but the teacher, at least through level 1, is going to be speaking English and Thai. So if you don't know English, how are you going to, and you don't know Thai, how are you going to know what the teacher is talking about? That's what I'm saying. Now, once we get into level 2 and level 3, I have a feeling that they're only going to be speaking Thai, because hopefully you'll be at that level where you're going to be understanding it a lot better. So there's an interesting YouTube channel called Comprehensible Thai, where they don't use English, only Thai. It's actually pretty understandable and interesting. Well, yeah, understandable if you speak Thai, but if you're a beginner, it wouldn't be understandable at all. So that'd be like going out here and trying to talk to a local that only speaks Thai. I mean, I'd be lost if I didn't speak any Thai. So that would be it wouldn't do me any good to be on that channel or to go to that channel right now. Maybe after I get through level 1, maybe I can do that. But yeah, right now, no, not so much. Anyway, so I was thinking about this the other day. Actually, I've been thinking about this for a while. Doing a different channel, keeping this one and doing a different channel. So I wanted to talk to you guys in chat. What channel ideas would you guys come up with if I were to do a second channel? What would you guys be interested in me doing? But let me know in chat, and maybe I can write those ideas down and see. It would be nice to have a video with your condo agent. We could all send in our questions. Oh, like a live stream or a video, and then you just put in the comments. Yeah, I'll see if she'll do that. What I wouldn't mind doing is maybe, if she's willing, maybe like once or twice a month, do a condo tour with her, and you guys can ask questions in the comments of her. I don't know about a live stream, but maybe like a couple of videos a month, 1 or 2 a month, where we do a tour of one of her condos that she's listing. So maybe. How would it? Okay, so comprehensible Thai starts at the beginner level. That's the whole point. You have to see it to understand the concept. How can you start at beginner level if they don't speak any English? How do you know what they're saying? I don't understand that. I'll check it out and see. But if it starts at the beginner level, then how long have they been going? How long has this channel been going? Do you have to go back 2-3 years to find their first video? I don't understand the concept, so I'm not understanding you, Marty. What I am saying is translating from English to Thai slows you down, so it is better to avoid translating between 2 languages. Again, just my opinion. I respect your opinion. It's not my opinion. It's just how they do it in the class. It's how the class is set up. I didn't set up the curriculum. So it's not my opinion. It's just how they do it in class. And I'm just saying that this girl doesn't speak any English, so she was lost from day one. So it has nothing to do with my opinion on any of this. It's just this is how the curriculum is set up. The instructor talks in English, says things in Thai, tells you in English what it means, yada, yada, yada. I suggest a channel about budget traveling in Thailand. This channel is like a channel about the rich and famous. This channel here is about rich and famous? Are you kidding me? Really? You think so? Huh, interesting. I don't consider myself rich or famous. I'm far from either one. It's a very clever technique, I guess. Okay, I'll have to check it out, see what. But I don't know how they would. I don't know. Anyway, enough about somebody else's channel. Marty likes to promote everybody else's channel. I wonder, do you promote other people? Do you promote my channel to other people's channels, Marty, or is it just exclusive? Are you getting kickbacks? You're Hawkeye Rich. Yeah, me too. Anyway, yeah, so I'm thinking, what kind of channel could I do that would be different? Maybe if I do the condo tours, maybe I can separate that channel. I know Geo does a product, what do they call it? He does a product channel where he does he tests out products and he does reviews, product review channel. I think that's separate from his channel. I don't know if it's a YouTube channel or if it's on his Facebook page or not, but yeah. So anyway, so I've been thinking about that. I was actually going to I thought about doing a Nebraska football channel at the beginning of the season here, but man, there's so many guys that are doing that, and I look and they get like 30 views per video. It's like, nah, that's oversaturated. I might not do that. So anyway, I wanted to do a music one too. I thought that would be kind of cool, but it's hard to get monetized with that. You're always getting copyright strikes if you actually play the songs. Let's see. Love Your Condo what would be the one negative you would have on where you live? Okay, so the one negative where I live is it's about an 8-minute walk to the BTS, and if it's really, really hot, you could work up a pretty good sweat walking to the BTS. Now they do have shuttles that run here every half hour, but there's a period during the day where they don't run shuttles. You have to order it special. So that's probably a bit of a I don't know if it'd be a pain in the butt or not, but that would probably be the biggest negative. The restaurants and bars that are right in my neighborhood and the coffee shops are a little more expensive than some of the other places down on Prompong. So it's a little more upscale, I guess you could call it here. So that would be my rich and famous thing. So, but I don't see any other negative here. I mean, it's so convenient. It takes me 15 minutes or 20 minutes to get to school now instead of an hour and 20 minutes where I was living before. And literally, I put 1,000 baht on my Rabbit card for my BTS train rides, and I'm still at like 600 baht, and it's been like 2 weeks. I haven't used. And before, where I was living before, I would have to upload that every week. I'd have to upload another 1,000 baht on it. So I'm saving a lot of money doing it that way. So how much are you paying for your little upscale condo? It's $750. Well, it's 25,000 baht a month is what I'm paying here. So it's double what I was paying before, but it's bigger, it's more convenient. I'm saving money on my Rabbit card, on my BTS cost. So I'm saving some money there. Obviously, it doesn't offset. I'm paying for my Wi-Fi now, but it's a faster speed. So it's a little more expensive, but I had that budgeted in. That's all baked in because when I first moved here, I was actually also renting a place in Da Nang, Vietnam. So those two places together is about the same as what I'm paying now for this one place. and I don't have the Vietnam apartment anymore. So, yeah, so it's 25,000 baht a month. They wanted 30,000. I got them down to 25. So I like it. So I'm okay with paying a little extra. I just watched a video on Dumaguete City apartments available now for 169 to 200 a month. What are they like? Because here's the thing about condos here in Thailand as opposed to the Philippines. The quality build is so much better here than it is in the Philippines. Everything's built better. The condo buildings themselves are upkept a lot better than the ones in the Philippines. The furnishings are a lot nicer. The furnishings in the Philippines are cheaper usually and not as good quality. I know I've never seen a cockroach in the two places I've lived, whereas in the Philippines, even in BGC, in high-end condos there, you're going to have cockroach problems, most likely. So what do you get for 169 to 200? That would be my question. And then Dumaguete is just a shithole as far as the city's concerned. Transportation sucks. There's no sidewalks you can walk on. There's no Grab or taxis you can take. They just have the little trikes with the sidecar. That's all they have for transportation unless you get your own. Traffic is horrendous. They don't even have one stoplight in this entire city. So yeah, you can pay $200 a month for rent there, but are you going to be happy? I wouldn't. Now you may be, but I wouldn't. JJ, the Rich and Famous Lonely Bull in Asia, new channel name, right? Lifestyle of the Lonely Bull in Asia, the Rich and Famous Lonely Bull. 771, yeah. Yeah, and so it varies, obviously. Every day I get an update on what the exchange rate is, and it bounces. I've seen it as high as, since I moved here, it's been as high as 32.75 baht per dollar. I've seen it as low as 32.20 something per dollar. So it kind of fluctuates. But yeah, I mean, on average, I figure it's about 3 times. So 25 times 3 is 75. So $750 on average. Right now it's at 771. So yeah, but I'm okay with that. Doesn't make me rich and famous, that's for sure. You should see some of these condos. Some of these YouTube channels are showing these luxury condos that are like $3,000 a month, and they are nice. And I can only dream about staying in a place like that. So I asked why you left the Philippines for Thailand. So I lived in BGC for 3 years, and it just got too small. It was just too. I like BGC, but it just got too small. A lot of my friends were moving out of BGC and going to other places in the Philippines. To get outside of the BGC, it was kind of a pain in the ass to, get a taxi or a Grab. So transportation issues were transportation was an issue. Traveling outside of BGC, and even inside, if it was raining or too hot and you wanted to get a Grab or a taxi, it was really hard to get one, especially Friday afternoons and Saturdays. So it just got too small, and like me, I get that itch to move. I was like this when I lived in the U.S. About every 3 years I'd look for another job and change jobs and change locations. So it was ready for me. I was ready to move. And I've been traveling, visiting Bangkok and Thailand for the last 3 years, and I loved it. And so I decided that was going to be my next destination. So that's why I left. Dumaguete is a serious disappointment. Almost all Philippine cities are. Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. Now, if you can adjust, and if you go in with low expectations, you can get by. But the problem with the expectations is you watch these YouTube channels that are in Dumaguete or other province towns or cities in the Philippines, and they tell you all these things like, oh, it's so great here. You can live like a king for $1,000 a month, and it's beautiful, and it's rainbows unicorns going down the street, farting rainbows, and sunshine everywhere. And so it's unreal expectations. And if you go in thinking that, you're going to be disappointed. So go in with lower expectations and you might be okay. So you can get a condo at any price range in Thailand and Bangkok. The universal real estate rules apply, old versus new, and location. As you say, Thailand is a good value. Yeah, right. So it's all location, location, location. So if you get something close to a BTS or the MRT system, you're probably going to pay a little more for that. Older condos are generally a little less expensive. You can probably get more bang for your buck as far as size. So you can get a larger condo if it's older for a little less probably. So you're going to, it just depends on what you want. Do you want newer condo with newer amenities like the pool and the workout facilities and the co-working space and the nice furnishings and that? Or are you okay with an older condo, but maybe a larger condo? Maybe the facilities aren't as nice, but if you don't use the gym or you don't swim, maybe you don't need that. And so you're okay with that. And you can get a larger condo and pay the same or less. So yeah, it just Marty's absolutely right. It just depends on where you want to be and what you're looking for. And like the condo I was at the whole year before was on the south end of Bangkok in Samut Prakan, and I was only paying $370 a month for it. So it was smaller, 32 square meters, but still it was convenient because it's right off the MRT, but inconvenient as far as getting into the central part of Bangkok. So yeah, it just kind of depends what you're looking for. I have a checklist of things that I'm looking for, and this condo here checked all the boxes. So bail money stream. Could you have lived for $1,000 US a month in your last place? Would you have been happy if that was all your budget allowed, not counting school costs? $1,000 a month. I could have, but I wouldn't have been happy because I would have had to eat 7-Eleven food or street food every day. I couldn't have gone out to restaurants on occasion. I couldn't have gone, having beers with the boys. I wouldn't have had to buy my Tiger or my Chang at the 7-Elevens and drink at home and be bored and miserable. I couldn't do that. I wouldn't be able to travel. So it would be hard. It would be doable, but I would not suggest it to anybody to do it. I just don't think you would be happy. But everybody has a different idea of what makes them happy, I guess. Do you feel you stayed in the Philippines a little too long? No, I don't think a little too long. I don't think it's not like my welcome ran out or anything like that. It was just that I was ready I was ready for a change, and I love Bangkok and I love Thailand. So that was the change I decided to make. Let's see, BGC looks nice, but mentally seeing the difference between the two haves and have-nots nearby is heart-wrenching. Yeah, that's tough to adjust. To see when you get outside that bubble and you see the poverty and the homeless, it's really tough. Here in Bangkok, they do have homeless, they do have poverty, and you see beggars on the street, but not to the extent as you do in Manila, in Metro Manila. It's so overwhelming there. And when you see the homeless people and the beggars on the street here along Lower Sukhumvit, they're just sitting there, and they don't come walking after you. They just sit there with their little cup, and they'll have their hands out with the Y, but they don't overwhelm you. And some of them will be playing instruments, some of them will be singing. But in Metro Manila, or the beggars or homeless in the Philippines, they will come right up to you. And some of them, they'll have their kids there too, and they'll be pulling on your shirt, getting in front of you, trying to get your pesos. So it can be really overwhelming and a little bit unnerving. So if you're not ready for that. I might have been a bit distracted by a Filipina showing those apartments. Yeah, absolutely. Well, wait till you see. Wait till you see if I get my agent to do videos with me on condo tours. Wait till you see her. If you think the Filipinas are distracting, whoa, this girl is next level, as they say. So, okay, we're all caught up. Yeah, absolutely. We're all caught up. Oh, by the way, thanks for being a member to everybody who is members that are on this morning. If you're not a member, it's 99 cents a month. That's all it takes. So get on board. I usually post my videos to members first, at least 2 or 3 days before it goes public. So you get a head start on everybody else. But yeah, definitely thanks for being members. What else is going on, guys? Keep me up to date on what's going on with chat. Will you ever get a serious relationship again? It took me a long time, 20 years, and the right one to try again. But it's still going good after 6. Good for you. So I probably had 2 serious relationships that lasted over a year. With Filipina. One was before I moved and one was after I moved. Other than that, I dated a lot. When I first moved to the Philippines, I dated a lot in that first year or so, year and a half. Some of them were semi-serious. Some of them weren't so serious. I don't know. I'll never say never. I wouldn't mind. I miss that companionship every once in a while. But right now, I'm just having fun, enjoying Bangkok, enjoying doing videos, enjoying doing my lives with you guys, and enjoying, the dating that I do. I don't do anything serious, but yeah, maybe down the road, who knows? I may import a Filipina here. You never know. One was when I was last in Thailand, an old woman used to come up to me in the mall food court and just say, "I'm hungry." That was a hard pitch to turn down. Yeah, that's weird because I don't see any of that. But yeah, that would be hard. But you know what? You buy her food. I'm okay with that. It's the ones that just want the money. Even when I was in Tulsa, when I lived in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I was downtown and I was meeting a friend downtown for lunch. And there's this lady outside this restaurant and she was begging, right? This is Tulsa, Oklahoma now. This is back in 2021. And she was begging and she was basically saying, "Oh, I'm hungry. Can you give me some food, some money for food?" And I walked in and had my lunch. And when I went to leave, I noticed she was still out there. So I ordered a side of fries. I thought, I'll just get a side of fries. I think they were cheese fries or something. They were, and in Tulsa, it wasn't cheap. It was like $2 or $3 for an order of fries. So I got an order. I thought I'll just give her these fries. So when I walked outside, I gave her the bag and I go, I know you said you were hungry. Here's some food for you. She goes, "What is it?" I go, "It's some fries." She goes, "Oh, I don't like fries." And I go, "You're kidding me, right?" I literally said that. "You're kidding me, right?" So like, and she was fat too. It's like, yeah, you must not be too hungry. So I took the fries back and took them home and ate them myself. So it's like, let's see, hang on a second. The Chang Gang, the Chang Gang. I haven't tried on Yi. I like wheat beer. Got spoiled in Germany back at the end of the 90s. Yeah, I get you. I don't like Chang. I like my go-to beers are either Singha or Tiger. Singha's a Thai beer. Tiger, I believe, is a Singapore beer. Those are my two. Leo on occasion, but Leo to me tastes a little sweet, a little sweeter than like Singha or Tiger, and Chang just doesn't have a good. You can get Chang cheaper than most other beers, and there's probably a reason for that. It's probably not as good, but I'm not a big Chang. Chang is that is elephant in Thai, so that's one of the words. So if you want to order an elephant, maybe Chang beer is elephant piss. Maybe that's why it tastes so bad. Nothing wrong with freedom. I understand. Absolutely. So you are the go-to guy for live streams now that Gio has stepped away. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I don't think he's going to step away forever. I think he's just burned out a little bit by doing the live stream. So, but he'll be on my show. He'll be on my live stream Wednesday night. So make sure you tune in for that. We'll have some good topics. LOL, I'm in Northwest Arkansas. I lived in Tulsa, worked in the Woodland Hills Mall. Oh, nice. Awesome. Green country. I love Tulsa. That's one of my favorite cities I lived in the U.S. It's beautiful there, and made a lot of good friends, real close, good friends there. So yeah, Tulsa's a nice area. I really liked it. Chang, the old Milwaukee of Thailand. Right. Absolutely. Maybe not even old Milwaukee, maybe Milwaukee's Best or Pabst Blue Ribbon or something like that. What's the old beers we used to drink when we were kids? Pabst Blue Ribbon, Miller High Life. That was another beer. What else did we drink? Blatt's beer. That is bad. I'm in Northwest Arkansas too, Bentonville. All right. Home of Walmart. You're right by your Fayetteville's right there. I had a brother-in-law that used to live in Bentonville, and that's a neat area too. I really like that. In fact, I'd go up when I'd see him. I'd just go driving to Fayetteville and go to the University of Arkansas. They have a beautiful stadium there. I got to be an Arkansas Razorback fan when he was living there. So that's a really neat area. That whole area in Northwest Arkansas and Southeast Oklahoma is a really neat area. Really hilly. They call it green country. LOL, the Always Save grocery store. The Always Save grocery store had the white can. Right, the Black Label beer, the generic beer. like John Belushi's sweatshirt in the Animal House said college on it, just generic. Back in the 80s, everything was generic. I traveled around the Ozarks after watching the Netflix series a few years ago. Interesting part of the USA. Yeah. I tell you what, though, when I was traveling from when I lived in outside of Dallas and I traveled back to Indiana to see my son, the roads in Texas weren't very good. But as soon as I hit Arkansas, oh my gosh, those roads were so nicely paved. It was so smooth to drive. Now, I don't know if I just got lucky or what the deal was. I don't know if it's still like that or not, but you notice the difference. And then as soon as you get into Tennessee and outside of Memphis, it's just crap again. What time is there typically when college football plays here? What time is it there typically? Oh, okay. So if it's let's say it's a big noon kickoff. So noon. So now with daylight savings time, noon in the U.S. Eastern time is midnight here the day after. So Saturday night at midnight. So like last week, my team played on the West Coast. They played UCLA. Nebraska played UCLA, and that game didn't start till 9 p.m. Eastern time Saturday night in the U.S. So it was actually 9 a.m. Sunday morning here. So that's why I did my live stream early that last Sunday so I could watch the game afterwards. So that was nice because the last 2 weeks before that, the game started like at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time and that was like 2:30 or 3:30 a.m. Sunday morning here. So I had to get up early or stay up late, and it was a pain in the ass. So yeah, the night games are better. Like, I don't know if there's a night game going on right now. I think there is. I think Ohio State and who's playing? Ohio State is playing. Who are they playing? I can't remember. Anyway, I think that game's going on right now. So, but I just watch it on YouTube. I usually find somebody in like Vietnam, some Vietnamese guy that's streaming it, or some guy from China that's streaming these college games illegally on YouTube, and I can usually find it. A lot of times I'll be watching, and then all of a sudden it'll get blocked, and so I'll have to find it on another stream. So every college graduation from University of Arkansas since 1900 has their name stamped in the sidewalk. Oh, wow. Cool. Tulsa is terrible. The roads. Yeah, I will agree with that. The interstate that goes around Tulsa is not good. The roads are bad. But I love Tulsa in itself. Molson. That's the Canadian beer, right? Molson. Hey, Dave. Hey, glad you're back. Thanks for coming on. Had to talk to my LDR. How's things going with that? Texas and Georgia for college. Texas and Georgia playing right now. Okay, so Texas A&M was way down. Who were they playing today? They should have gotten beat. They got lucky. Same with Indiana. Indiana, it was closer, and then they pulled away. There was another team. Oh, Alabama got lucky. Oh, did Alabama lose? Did Alabama get beat by Oklahoma? I can't remember. I'm coming back to the Philippines in January. Good. Awesome. That'll be a good time to go back. That's high season. The weather will be nice. Of course, the cost of your flight will be higher, but that's okay. You could see your honey, right? Don't know if anyone said this to you, but your video feed is blurry and you cannot read the comments you're posting. I cannot read the comments I'm reading them fine. Foosball. Yes, the South Carolina game was redunculous. Oh, right. South Carolina. Right. Yeah, South Carolina should have won that. They screwed up. Is my video bad, guys? Ace Bachelor Tom just said my video's blurry and I can't read the comments I'm posting. Bama, the devil went down. So Bama got beat. So all that's going to do is allow the SEC, allow the committee to say, oh, well, Bama, we'll only drop you down to 7. And we're going to bump Oklahoma up to 6. So now we can get 5 SEC teams in the playoffs. Video is good. Yeah, okay. I haven't heard anybody else complaining, so maybe it's you, Ace Bachelor Dave. Check out your feed. Maybe it's on your end. Your video is fine. Good. Now, I did have trouble before, and I had to get off and reboot my computer and update everything. But everything's fine now, it looks like. So good. I'm glad to see that. It better be good because my Wi-Fi is super fast. I got 1,000 download, I think, and 500 upload or vice versa. It's like $699 bought a month. So that's like $21, $22. So, yeah. All right, not blurry here. Good deal. Awesome. All right. So you guys got any other questions on the drinking ban we talked about earlier, the tourist visa that we talked about earlier, my condo? Any questions on that? Did you guys? Oh, I wanted to ask you a question. The live stream I did a few weeks ago, and then I did a separate video on it, on the tier ranking of the places I've been to in Southeast Asia or in Asia. Did you guys like that? The tier ranking thing? because I might do more of those if you guys like that. I might continue to do maybe once a month, do a different tier ranking. And if you do like that, what categories should I do that on? What should I rank? Let's see. Here we go. Let's get caught up here. Tom, you mentioned your checklist for condos. What area or neighborhood meets your expectations? You talking to me or are you talking to Tom? No problem with video. Okay, good. So with me, I'll just tell you, David, with me, it's like, I wanted to get somewhere more centrally located and closer to where my friends hang out. So when I was living down in Samut Prakan, I was about 40 minutes away from the Prompong area, and that's where all my friends hung out. They were either in Prompong, some of them were in let's see, some of them were in Asok area, some of them were up in Prakanong, but it was a bit of a trip to get there. So I thought, well, I'm always down here, so I might as well find a place down here. So I wanted to find something a little more locally or centrally located along Sukhumvit. That was one of the things. Another thing was it had to have good amenities, pool, workout facilities, co-working space. Had to be close enough to a BTS, like under a 10-minute walk, so I can walk. Or if not, it had to have a shuttle service so I can get on the shuttle or a van and get to the BTS. What else? It had to look good. The appearance had to look good. So, and it had to be big enough. I needed something at least 40 square meters. So the appearance had to look good as far as the furnishings, the build, that sort of thing. Those were the main things. And then the neighborhood had to be nice. It had to have nice things in the neighborhood that I could go to, like a quick walk to a restaurant or grocery store or mall or 7-Eleven. So those are the main things I had to check on the boxes. And this condo checked all those boxes. So that's, for me at least, that's what I wanted. No problem with video. Do you have any interest in interviews or doing a podcast? I thought about doing a podcast. So this live stream I'm going to do Wednesday, it's going to be called Beer with the Boys. And so I might do a regular one, once or twice a month, maybe once every other week, something like that, and just do Beer with the Boys. And what I wanted to do was invite other YouTubers to join me as special guests and have a different YouTuber every time I do these Beer with the Boys live stream, and just have a different special guest every time I do it. So like Gio's going to be coming up this Wednesday with me. And then hopefully I'll try to reach out to a couple of the other guys that I know or that I watch their videos that I would like to invite them on. So like Adam from Keys One, I would like to get him on. He would be a fun, a couple other guys I can't think of the top of my head that I would like to get on here that do YouTubers that do their videos here in Bangkok. So hello. Oh, hello. From Kenya, right? Am I right? Dave says, in honor of the drinking ban, I will not drink between 2 and 5 today. Well, they're lifting that. So drink up, Davey boy. Kiki, good morning. Yeah, good morning. Maybe you can create a playlist and include a category for latest rules of Thailand. You could be the Jennifer Terry of Thailand. Absolutely. I love Jennifer Terry. She's awesome. I'm glad to see that she's still doing updates, because I was afraid that she was doing so great with her channel during COVID and all the changes there. And then when they lifted that, it's like, okay, now Jennifer, what are you going to do? But she's still doing updates every once in a while. So good for her. Yeah, I like her channel. She's a sweetheart. Let's see. I suggest a ranking video based on cost of living. So So be more specific. What do you mean by ranking cost of living? You talking about like ranking countries and as far as cost of living with each country, or give me some more ideas. Be more specific. Help me out here, because that sounds like it might be a pretty good idea, actually. If you want to do comparisons, I'd like one on different bar types and costs. Compare rooftop bars, go-go bars, beer bars, Irish pubs types, music bars. What's the vibe in each and cost? That's a great idea. That's almost too broad. You can almost do separate tier rankings with each, like tier rank the cost of bars, tier rank rooftop bars in Bangkok, go-go bars, Irish pubs, music bars. You could do different ones. So that's a great idea, and I'm going to take a screenshot of that because I like that. That would keep me busy for quite a while. What personal items would you suggest to bring from the USA when moving to Bangkok? Deodorant, sunscreen. Okay, so deodorant, I like the you can get the bottle roll on, the wet. I don't really like that. I like the dry, and the only dry deodorant you can get at the grocery stores here is the Nivea brand, but I like it. But you only get the small container. You can't get the big size. But I like the way it smells, and I like it. So that I don't really. I used to order the Dove for Men, or the I think it was Dove for Men. You can order that through Amazon, but the import fees are pretty expensive, so it's not worth it. So the Nivea, if you don't mind the bottle, the liquid roll on, you can find that pretty regularly anywhere. But if you like the dry, like I like, the Nivea is the brand that's the only brand I've ever seen around here. Sunscreen, bring your own sunscreen. Sunscreens are really expensive here. I don't use sunscreen. I'm not out in the sun that much. But yeah, bring your own because it's going to be a lot more expensive here. Other things to bring, if you're a big guy, like if you have big feet, like I wear a size 12. I can find size 12 here in Bangkok. If you're in the Philippines, maybe not so much. But if you wear size like 14 or 15 size shoe, you may want to bring your own, or you can order on Amazon. You're probably going to pay a little bit extra with the fees. What else? Clothes too. If you're a big size guy, like this shirt, if I bought this shirt in the US, it would be a XL. This is like a 2X or a 3X. They're just sized differently here. So you just have to understand that sizes are different here, but it's super cheap. I think I spent maybe $4 for this shirt, and it's really nice. It may be a knockoff, but I like it. It's one of those dry fits. Feels really good. I like it. So there's some things you can bring on your own, but most things you can buy here without any problem. The only thing you can't buy here is Cheez-Its. I've been looking. A friend of mine, a buddy of mine, is a huge Cheez-It fan, and I've looked all over, and you can't find it. I think they have it in places in the Philippines, but it's really expensive. I mean, we're talking $15 for a box. Blessings from Kenya. Yeah, thanks for watching. How about a ranking video based on starter destinations for expats just starting out? like soft landing type places. Yeah, that might be an option. Yeah. Have a good day over there. Time to take my old man meds. One of my meds is illegal there too. Oh yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because that's another thing that you need to, like, bring your medication over here. make sure if it's prescription drugs, it's in the original container, because and it's never happened to me, but if they check and they see you got pills or something, but it's not in the original container, they may ask you a few more questions on what it is. So you just have to make sure it's in the original container. Show them your prescription if you need to. Prescription drugs. So I bought some ibuprofen, some Advil over there. That's a little more expensive, but you can get my allergy pills now. You got I got my Zyrtec, my generic Zyrtec. I get those allergy pills, and that is let's see, that's about I think it's like 6 cents a pill, so it's not that much. So my ibuprofen and my Zyrtec, those are the only pills I take. Vitamins, those are kind of expensive here. But other than that, you can probably find anything here that's probably going to be okay as far as cost. How much are private jets for doing border runs? I have no idea. I'm not rich or famous. Hello from me and Sheila from Makati. Hey, Mark. Thanks for coming on board this morning. How are things going with you there in Makati? Hi, Kenya. Looks like fun. Yeah, Gio loved it in Kenya when he was there. Sorry, late to the chat, but what hours can you not drink? Does this not include breakfast? Like to have a nice IPA with my eggs and bacon. You can. Sounds like they've gotten rid of the ban completely. So the original ban was you couldn't purchase alcohol between 2 and 5 at like 7-Elevens or grocery stores, but you could still drink at that time period. Then they decided last week that, we're going to put a ban on drinking in those time periods, no matter where you're at. But now it sounds like they're going to lift that. So you can have your morning breakfast. You can have your IPA with your eggs and bacon. No problem, dude. So you're okay. Sure. Video issue must be just me. Lowered my YouTube video to 240 from auto and now can now read the comments you are responding to. Okay, very good. Hey, Mai, thanks for coming on this morning. How's things going in Vietnam? Have to go soon. Wanted to say hi. How's the weather in Vietnam? Did you get through all the typhoons? Okay. Hi, Mai. Mai's a good friend of mine. She has live streams with her family. She's got a beautiful family, husband, 2 kids. Just a neat. They're from Canada, but they live in Vietnam now in Da Nang, and they've got a neat little channel. So make sure you subscribe to her channel. And it's just everyday life living. So if you're a family and you're thinking of living abroad, that would be the channel to check out, because she gives you the everyday life it's really nice. This next week is going to be beautiful. It's going to be highs in the 70s, lows in the 60s. So it's going to be, I'm going to have to get my Vietnam jacket out of storage, out of the closet to wear at night here when I'm here in Bangkok. So it's going to be beautiful. I can't wait. Bring your own laptop. Gio just spent more on a laptop than it would have been back home. I don't know. I don't I don't price. He spent about $1,600 for his Apple, whatever it is. But he got the package. He got the Apple computer. He got the mouse. He got the bag that comes in. But I don't know. I haven't priced Apple computers, so I really don't know. It's raining. Yeah, you're in that rainy season there. It'll be like that through January, but it'll be nice and cool, so it'll feel like Christmas. I think when you did your live stream yesterday, and I was on for a little bit, and I really like the Christmas feel because it gets chilly there. When will you explore East African host? I don't know. I'm not leaving the country for another year because of my education visa. I just don't want to I don't want to go through all the hassle of having to do that. And plus I'm in class, but Geo will take me to Kenya probably maybe this time next year or first part of 2027. So I have to go. See you soon. All right. Take care. Say hi. Give your family hugs for me. It seems to be raining often. Well, they're in rainy season. So in rainy season, it rains almost every day there. Yeah. But it's okay. It's a change of pace, isn't it? It's a lot cooler there. Yeah, absolutely. See you on your channel next time. Yeah, check her channel out if you haven't. She's got a great channel. She's a lot of fun. Are you exploring Kenya? Turkey 2 weeks ago and bought a knockoff North Face vest. I typically wear an extra large. The vest that fit me was a XXX. Yeah, exactly. Coworker who is similar size bought a medium size. Ray Charles sew tags. Right, exactly. Hey, thanks for the super sticker. Appreciate you, Bobby. Thank you so much. That's the second one today. Awesome. I appreciate that, guys. Let's see, what are we at here on time? It's 11 o'clock. Let me see. We got 18 still on. We'll go a little longer. If you guys have any questions or anything, if you want to contribute on the live, just let me know. And we can always talk about whatever is on you guys' mind. We covered a lot today, obviously. The drinking ban, which is on again, off again. So it looks like things are good now. My condo. Yeah, 300. So my and this was not a sales technique either. My agent who helped me get this condo, she told me after I had signed the contract, she told me that 300 others, like over 300 other people wanted this particular condo that I got. But this was after I had already signed the lease. So I know it wasn't a sales thing. It was like, this was a very popular condo. So, yeah. So I got it before anybody else. So I was pretty happy with it. Blessings. I hope to explore Kenya someday. Yeah, I want to also. That looked like Geo had a lot of fun when he was there. He said the food was amazing. The safari was pretty awesome. Was this band originally 2 to 5 a.m. or 2 to 5 p.m.? 2 to 5 p.m. 2 to 5 p.m. because that's when the ban of selling liquor in retail places like grocery stores and 7-Elevens. So they expanded that ban to include consuming liquor in bars and restaurants, but that didn't last more than a few days. So it sounds like that's been lifted. Geo can also get the VAT tax break by leaving Thailand, and his Apple laptop isn't that much more expensive. Exactly. Right. So he's still on a tourist visa. So he will get, so the VAT tax is 7%. When he leaves, and he's leaving, I think, next month, when he leaves, he'll get 5% back at the airport. When he leaves, he gets the 5% of the VAT tax back from what he paid. So that's almost $100. So like, let me see, what's 5% of like $80, 80 some dollars. So that's pretty good. That's a decent rebate. So are you going to try to have a Thanksgiving dinner this year? Yes, absolutely. So I actually had 2 invitations from 2 different friends of mine. One is a friend who's going to a place, but the cost, it's a buffet, so it's all you can eat. The cost is like 2,000 some pesos. So it was pretty expensive, like $60 for the buffet, but it's the whole Western Thanksgiving turkey dinner. It's got everything. And then there's another one that I did sign up for. And it's about half the price that I'll go with another friend. I don't think it's a buffet. I'm not sure. But it's like 1,000 baht. So that's the one I'm going to, and that's on Thanksgiving Thursday. So there'll be a few of us going to that. So it'll be neat Thanksgiving dinner. Last year I was in Da Nang, and we had a big big Christmas dinner at Chevy's right there in On Tuong area. That was really neat. But it was a really good dinner, and it was nice. There was like a dozen of us there at the tables there, including the bar owner, who's a super sweetheart. So that was fun. So they banned the band. Yeah, exactly. G only spent about 200 too much. No biggie. My comment was about what to bring from back home. Well, yeah, bring your electronics, because you just never know what the cost is going to be, because there are those import fees. If you buy from certain brands, you'll pay for an import fee. So if you have your own laptop, you can bring it. Now, I bought my desktop, my PC here once I got here to the Philippines. You eating Hawkeye this year, and it tastes like shit. I was going to go down, and on Black Friday, I was going down. Sorry to hurt your feelings there, but Huskers are going to come out victorious. We're gonna beat Penn State next weekend, and then we're going to beat Iowa on the 28th, and have 9-win season and go to a really nice bowl game. So let's see. I saw the exact same laptop for 200 less than over there. Okay. That's all right. I mean, if you're not, it's like saying, oh, yeah, I could go to the Ukraine and buy something $200 less, but I'm not in the Ukraine. I can go to the U.S., but I'm not in the U.S. So he needed a laptop. He bought it. He paid a little extra for it. He'll get 80 some bucks back. So it's only going to cost him about $100 more. So if you're rich and famous, you can afford that extra $100, right? All right. Hey, we're back up to 27 online here. That's awesome. All right, guys, what else is on your mind? I need to get a new laptop, actually. My laptop's, I can't get online anymore. The Wi-Fi doesn't work, so I don't know what's going on with it. I think I needed to update the Windows, and I didn't do it in time, and I think that's the problem. Ken, sounds right. I watched Gio's video on his laptop purchase, and at Best Buy in Minneapolis, the price was $200 less. Okay. Yeah, that's all right. Looks like a nice laptop to me. I'm not a big Apple guy, so I don't really get into the Apple computers or the phones or anything like that. So only Apple I ever owned was an Apple IIc back in the day, back in the 80s. Gio got me thinking about Apple over a Windows laptop. Yeah, I guess there are a lot of pluses to owning an Apple, but you're going to pay more. The Wolverines lost today. They are their own worst enemy. Did they lose? Who did they play? I thought they won. Who did they play? They played Northwestern. I thought they won at the end, but it's like, you're a running team. Why the hell are you they were passing like every down. I mean, their quarterback had like 45 pass attempts on the day. and I don't understand what they were thinking. So let's see here. Let's see football scores. Better put college. I'm getting soccer. College football scores today. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I thought they won at the last second. I run on Linux. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to see. Ohio State beat UCLA 48-10. Indiana beat Wisconsin 31-7. A&M beat South Carolina. Shouldn't have. 31-30. Oklahoma beat Alabama. There's their upset. 23-21. Georgia beat Texas. Woo, good. Texas done. 35-10. Texas Tech beat UCF. Ole Miss beat Florida by 10. Notre Dame won. Utah won big. Miami won. Georgia Tech barely beat Boston College. That's another one. They came from way down to win. USC beat Iowa. That's a close game. Yeah, Michigan won 24-22. They hit the last second field goal, but they had 100 chances and they kept blowing it. They were like Nebraska used to be last year. They like everything they did in the last second of the game. They weren't playing like Michigan. They weren't running the ball. They were trying to pass everywhere. I don't know what they were thinking. So anyway, Tennessee won. Tennessee beat New Mexico State. Yeah. Duke got beat by Virginia. Duke's pretender. Cincinnati got beat, so they're out of the top 25. See that LSU barely beat Arkansas by 1. Let's see. Those are the big games, guys. That's it. All right. Sorry they won, but it was pretty ugly. Exactly. They acted like they were doing the air raid offense. It's like, you're a running team. Run the damn ball. Why are you passing so much? I don't know. So on a typical day, do you leave 3 times a day to get breakfast, lunch, and dinner? If you are hungry right now, what is the fastest you could get a meal? Not 7-Eleven for a few bucks. I could like cheap meal, 10-minute walk to Sukhumvit, and I could eat street food, or I can eat at a restaurant. I could eat breakfast. If I wanted to eat breakfast at O'Shea's, they got the egg and sausage muffin, and it's huge. It's like that thick, that big around, and it's like 100 baht. Or I can pick 7 items off their menu, 7 Western breakfast items like eggs, sausage, bacon, potatoes, hash browns, whatever, and then coffee or juice, and that's only like 200 baht, something like that. So that's $6. So yeah, I can go across the street to Sarah J. That's a coffee shop. I can get a hot Americano and a croissant for like 200 or 300 baht. So $6, $6 or $7. So it's not that bad. Michigan won, yeah. Of course, Gio is not going to fly back home to save $200. He made the right choice on the 13-inch screen over the 15-inch screen, by the way. Yeah, he didn't want the 50. His old laptop is 15-inch. He wanted something smaller and a little more compact. So, well, we got an in-depth on Gio's laptop. Okay, guys. I think we're going to call it a day. I'm going to actually. I'm getting kind of hungry, but I've got leftovers. So I made some. I made some pasta with ground beef and added some salt and pepper in it, seasoned it up a little bit. I got some penne pasta with some virgin olive oil. So I might heat that up for lunch today with or I got some tuna. I made tuna and eggs. I did some boiled eggs. I put that in mix that in the tuna with some mayonnaise so I can make some tuna salad sandwich. What else I got in the fridge? Seems like I got something else. I can make some. Oh, I got some ham, so I can make a ham sandwich if I want. Peanut butter and jelly if I want, or I might go out and have something. So, where's Geo hiding? He's taking a little rest on doing live streams. But he will be on my live stream Wednesday. So that's a good reminder, guys. So Wednesday night, probably around 7 p.m. Thailand time, I will be out on Sukhumvit and I will do a live stream Wednesday night. And Gio's going to join me. It's Beer with the Boys. It's my live stream that I'll do at night. And I'll try to do that at least once a week or at least once every other week, maybe once a week. But it's called Beer with the Boys, and it's going to be this coming Wednesday night at 7 p.m. So look for that. And Gio will be my special guest this coming Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Wednesday, Thailand time. That's 7 a.m. Eastern time on the East Coast in the U.S. So look for that, and we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to start to do that maybe every other week. Depends how well it goes this coming Wednesday night. And then after that, we'll see how it goes. But I'll continue to do the Sunday morning one for you guys too. So, all right, guys, we're going to call it good then. I think we're all caught up with our live chat. And we'll talk to you again this Wednesday. If not, if you can't catch it Wednesday night, then I'll see you again Sunday morning for coffee. And until then, as always, live life, my friend. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.